This is Budget Commander with your host Luke,
This is William.
and we have another deck tech for you guys.
Jodah, the Unifier. People play this deck for Super Friends,
Super
don't they?
Friends, Planeswalkers.
I do a Legendary Tribal with mine.
Another one.
So I got a few things I'd like to show you. First off, I always put these in there. It's a Kruma's Memorial.
Yeah, Kruma's Memorial.
And then...
So Kruma's Memorial is a 7-drop legendary artifact, so you can get off of Jodah.
Yep.
Cascade part. Creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and from red.
Right, so that's one of my win conditions. It'll pump your creatures up so much that they can't do anything. And then I'm running
Since Memorial.
Thank you. Basically, it's indestructible. Other legendary permanents you control have indestructible. A little protection.
And for the mana cost, it's 3 white and 5.
So it's an 8-drop. But just remember, you're cascading.
You could get these two right there with that.
Right.
One thing we do want to know is Jodah does save from hand, so
yes,
finding ways around that not the best idea. But
my next combination I'd like to show you is actually Sisei's Weatherlight Captain. So she is a 1 white and 2 others. She gets +1/+1 for each color among legendary permanents you control. So
legendary permanents.
For other legendary. So with Jodah out, she's a 7/7, 8/8 actually.
Yeah, because Jodah will. Yeah, we will get 5 +1/+1s from her alone. And then whatever Jodah gives.
Right.
Add in.
And then you can pay all colors, rainbow, and then you search your library for a legendary permanent card with mana value less than her power. Put it on the battlefield, shuffle. What I usually do is when I have her out, Jodah, she's over 7, I get Chromatic Ori. I bought this because
you could spend it as any color, which means it can tap 5, so you can already get Sisei's ability to go off
another time. It's a free ability.
Then you pay 5, tap it, draw a card for each color.
Right.
For a permanent, as long as permanents have that color.
And then I got.
And for a couple gaining value, you could do.
Rona, Herald of Invasion. It's a 2-drop. Whenever a legendary spell, whenever you cast one,
untap her, and then you can tap or draw a card and discard, and you have 5 and Phyrexian mana for black, so you can pay 2 life or black.
And then you transform
her to, what is it? Rada Torlin Obliterator?
Yeah.
I'll let you read that.
It's a 5/5 with trample. Whenever a source will deal damage to it, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you can play it under your control. Otherwise, you cast without paying its mana cost.
Doesn't really help the Jodah much, except for the ramp, but still you get...
You're stealing. It's good.
Yeah.
It's always good.
And
then finally, you always want to play 0 legendary drops, like Rograth, Son of Rograth.
Really good one because it's just a 0/1, first strike, menace, trample.
Immediately, if you have 6 legendaries creatures out, it's a 6/7 with menace, trample, first strike. I mean,
and there's ways to manipulate the menace and trample.
It's insane.
Yeah. So I think this deck, when you built it and you told me the idea for it, it really came together, and you really didn't spend that much on it. Maybe, let alone the most is
the Chromatic Ori. I have Chromatic Ori and Sakashima in there because I personally wanted to put money into this deck. So that is the most I spent.
I was just saying, if someone wanted to run around like a budget, they would.
Yeah, no, you could easily get around that.
Maybe, I'd say maybe at most, if you wanted to go budget route. Obviously, there's ways to go larger, but 50 probably, because Chromatic Ori's 30.
You don't need Chromatic Ori either.
You don't really need it, but if you wanted to use it, That would be like the most expensive because Sakashima isn't that much. All the other ones aren't.
He's
like
up to
12.
15, right?
Yeah, still that's
Yeah.
still, but everything else is then.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going by bulk, like if you're just gonna get only those two most
Expensive
$5
cards.
cards right there, everything else isn't that much. Maybe 60 at most, I'd say, because some cards could fluctuate, but
Yeah, 60.
I wouldn't say no past 60 because like obviously if you wanted to go more like high level, you could do
You
the
could do the Great Henge.
because you could just pay what. See, when you get Jodah out, Jodah becomes a 6/6 because of his own ability, and you're only paying then like 3 mana for this.
Yeah.
For a little spell that makes then you cascade to 8.
I would, if you're not looking to spend too much, I wouldn't look into Great Henge because that is a
Right now,
top
last
dollar
time we
card.
saw it was like $50. So
It's one of the top.
could have went
dollars.
on. But still, you could put any random thing in this that for legendaries. There's a bunch.
You can, as long as it's legendary, it is powerful. It doesn't matter.
And again,
what
we're talking about Commander here, so Commander's like
the Jodah. It's the Jodah ability that does it.
yeah.
The Cascade and the everything gets +X+X. Where
You can make that deck probably for $20 just because you can get look at any commander.
Yeah.
You're talking about commander. Commanders are legendary. You go get run any commander in that. A whole bunch of commanders float and then just yeah, that is pretty dumb.
well, that was Jodah.
Like I said, I don't think there's really much I would change in this because like you just said it yourself. These two alone right here.
The memorials, yeah.
Memorials, and then even without them, you're still gaining that value off of just Sisei, Rograd.
Sisei in a Jodah deck is so under, like, people do not
You don't get the
expect
cascade
that.
thing, but you do get the search.
Yeah, well, you search up any legendary you want. It's insane.
Yeah.
So,
It'd be a little bit cool if it was like, I think they made it fair to where it's legendary only and permanent, because otherwise you just go get whatever you want. You get the Fairy's Protection and instant speed. That would be stupid, but I'm glad they didn't. That'd be dumb.
well, you could always get Shahali.
Yeah.
With that,
And
which
if
is
you clone Shahali with Sakashima, you're just set for the whole game pretty much.
Shahali basically makes it where your permanents
And planeswalkers.
No, your creatures
and
your
planeswalkers. Other than that creature
has hexproof.
has hexproof, but if you get another copy of Shahali, it'll read as both because it doesn't state the name.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah, if you guys do want a deck list though, let us know in the comments, and we will work on getting that to you. If there's any questions, also in the comments, we are free to ask, because this deck's pretty nice. It doesn't really cost that much.
Jodah's one of those commanders that is a kill on sight.
It is the only thing, but really, once you get your board set up,
it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
So yeah. Personally, the biggest cards I recommend putting in is Sisei and Rograd, because 0 drops legendary is...
Yeah, at least you get some value off of it.
Yeah.
And then I think like out of like the $10 and $5 budget or something, I'd say the memorials, because they're worth it.
Subscribe,
like, and let us know when we do more of these deck techs, if there is any deck that you want us to
talk about.
Let us know, and
we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.